at. 21 Savage, not boys in the hood, but I pull up on you, shoot your ass in the back. Stuart Little, hurt these niggas some racks. Pocket full of cheese, bitch, I got racks. I'm a real street nigga, bitch. I am not one of these niggas banging on wax. Pussy niggas love sneak this until I pull up on them, slap them out with a fire. Wet your mama house, wet your grandma house, keep shooting it till somebody die. So many shots, the neighbor looked at the calendar, thought it was 4th of July. You was with your friends playing Nintendo, I was playing around with that fire.
Dress appropriately, wear deodorant, take good baths, you know. Can't be pretty and stinking. Can't be handsome and stinking. Like, even though I'm sweating right now, I don't stink. And I'm not gonna stink. You know why? Because I know how to wash my behind.
Man, I done took off, bitch. I'm out of here.
Alright, so I guess I can talk to y'all now since I'm getting myself together. But so it is 8:13 a.m. and my nozzle just broke. Yo, it just knocked off. This bitch better go back on and go down. Thank you, Lord. This school, man. This school. Oh, this school. So I'm gonna say. Okay, so what I was saying was, I've been up, well, I told y'all earlier, I woke up at like 3 something this morning and I felt congested. The reason I felt, and like my nose was running and my cough was like aching me a bit. And I've been sick the last 3 weeks. I got sick from my fan blowing in my face. It's a whole situation about my apartment, college apartment. My whole entire apartment doesn't have air. And I explained all of this in previous vlogs, so by the time this vlog goes up, the other one should be up and y'all should see that. So go watch those vlogs if y'all want to know the tea on my air situation, living situation, all that. I'm not saying it like tea, but I'm just saying in general, you know, marketing and stuff. Go watch my previous vlogs to catch up until now. Don't watch this one and then be confused. If you gonna watch this one, watch the previous ones. Watch all of them. Because I mean, me, I like to watch stuff in order. I don't like backtracking. And I mean, I will, but I'm gonna watch it in order versus backtracking. But so yeah, go watch those vlogs. But so I've been sick the last 3 weeks and it's been going away. Yesterday was my best day as far as no cough, no runny nose, all that. Like, it was very subtle, slight, all day. And then last night was pretty subtle too, but I did have a few moments. And then, like I said, I woke up this morning, my nose was running, I felt congested. I feel like I'm backtracking because since I got my AC unit 2 days ago, like, I'll be scared to really use it that much because I don't want it to get me sick like how my fan got me sick. And the AC unit is like right at the head of my bed. I may or may not show y'all. Comment down below if y'all want me to show y'all. I'll show y'all in the next vlog. Comment down below. But yeah. So with that, y'all, I feel like that's why I woke up like that this morning. So 3 o'clock this morning, I wake up and feeling like that, and I come use the bathroom. And like I said, a lot of stuff been off inside this whole apartment. But I don't know if I told y'all or not, but my tub was broken. My dad fixed my tub, not my school. My dad fixed the tub. So with that, I was sitting on the toilet, I was using the bathroom, and I was like, bro, my tub fixed now. I can run the shower for as long as I want to. I was like, girl, put some baking rub on your face, get in that shower. I was like, girl, close your bedroom door, put some baking rub on your face, turn that shower on, because that shower gets real hot, like scorching hot, piping hot, like burn you hot, like that bad. I was like, turn that shower on the hottest setting and steam this bathroom up and get this stuff out of you. So that's exactly what I did. And then, y'all of these bitches couldn't breathe. Totally, you hear me? So then, I did that, and then after that, I was like, you know what, man? This shit is real tempting. I wanna get in there. So I got in there. I did what I had to do. I got in there. I took my shower, and I got out. By that point, it was like 4 something, and I put on my movie that I was watching.
Yo, Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out these rappers' cards? Cause these niggas pussy in the hard. I turn it fucking
9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 1 a.m. 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 1 p.m. And then I also have to take care of some business regarding my major and a situation that took place yesterday involving me and someone else. It was very unfortunate. I honestly hate that it happened. Not even the fact of, to me, just in general. If it was someone else, I'd still hate that it happened. But this is what it is. So however it plays out is how it plays out. It sucks because I don't want to be recognized as something in a certain manner negatively. And yeah, and then also it's Fried Chicken Wednesday. So what I was telling y'all earlier was that I don't miss Fried Chicken Wednesday. I may miss any other day of the week for food in the caf. I don't really care. Look, if I eat, I eat. If I don't, I don't. I might come in for lunch, don't come in for dinner. I might come in for dinner, whatever. But on Fried Chicken Wednesday, I'm gonna always be there. Period. And fried chicken, it be at lunchtime. So I am, and like also like I don't even eat in there because you know like it be packed as fuck. Like in the cafeteria, I go in there right when it open, grab my food and leave. That's my routine. Cause y'all know I'm gonna stop saying it because I'm not even trying to manifest that I would like to have more friends, and I have been out there more and meeting more people, especially in regards to my roommate. She really been putting me on to people and stuff, introducing me and all that. So thankful for her. Whenever I mention this in my vlogs, I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm just pressed for friends, because I understand that like I'm a very, y'all know me, I'm a very introverted person. I'm antisocial, I'm shy, I'm all that. I'm fine I'm fine with not having friends. It's the fact of like I'm on a college campus, and it's like knowing people is like the root to being on campus outside of like academics and stuff, like networking. And when I say networking, I'm not even talking about like me doing something for you and you doing something for me. I'm talking about like just the fact of when events take place on campus. I don't know anything. My roommate has been the one to tell me about certain events and stuff. Like, oh, it's a interest meeting for this today. Cause like I followed a lot of school pages on Instagram, but I don't be up on Instagram a lot because I don't like social media. YouTube is the only platform that I really mess with or associate with like that. So yeah, but she's been the one to tell me about certain parties that like aren't necessarily affiliated with the school, but it's marketed towards the school. So she's been the one to tell me that she so that's what I mean. Like, if I didn't have her to tell me, like, I wouldn't have known or whatever. So that's what I mean in regards to having friends on campus and knowing people. Like, just a simple conversation. I walk in and she's getting ready. Well, I walk into the apartment and she's getting ready, and she in her room, and she hears me. She comes out and she's like, "Girl, I'm going to such and such. You going?" I'm like, "Girl, I ain't know nothing about it." And yeah, so just stuff like that. Knowing people as far as interest meetings to certain things going on campus and so on and so forth, parties, major events for something that you might be interested in. This person might be connected to that. So that's what I mean whenever I say friends. And then also like having a simple cafeteria buddy, having a simple study buddy, and so on and so forth. That's what I mean as far as friends. I can survive like I've been surviving this last month without having someone on my hip everywhere I go. But it would be nice to have that comfort, because that's what's gonna make college more fun and entertaining for you, like knowing someone else, like not having to do all this shit by yourself outside of your academics. And so that's what I mean whenever I say that. Like having, I mean, if you're doing all this shit yourself or whatever, and you're not putting yourself out there, that can really make or break your experience on a college campus. So you gotta put yourself out there. And like, this is coming from me, the socially awkward girl, the one who has social anxiety, the one who doesn't like people, the one who is antisocial, who is shy, who is introverted, who's a homebody, who's never been to a party before. This is coming from me. My 18-year-old self, I didn't have to tell my 18-year-old self that whenever I first stepped foot on the college campus at my 2-year school. And that one was a on-campus 2-year school, which is not the typical 2-year schools. Most 2-year schools don't provide housing, but that one did. And so at that school, I didn't have to do that because I mean I got a roommate and I came in as a freshman and I had a roommate and like we clicked. And so it's like these people had the opportunities, like freshmen and upperclassmen, they already had the opportunity to meet people and make friends and make that smooth transition. I didn't get that opportunity because I'm a transfer student. And transfer students, like we just come in and we don't have anybody like who's in the same correlation as us that we know of at that same moment who can help ease our transition into this. Freshmen, they get their roommate, they exchange numbers, they start texting that summer, then they get to campus, they're like, girl, let's go to the caf, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, now you're an upperclassman, you got your same friends from freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and that's just a smooth transition. The transfer, everybody got their friends, we just crazy. So that's what I mean. And like, that's, just get involved on campus. And like I said, this is coming from me being 22 years old and even more of an adult now. I'm so glad I didn't have to go through this at 18 years old, back when I was my full-on shy self and still inside of my box, because that would have been a lot for me and I probably would have hated college back then. So having a roommate and making those friends and being in a position where you can meet people easily and create that transition, that's essential. So get involved, because liking people or not, shy or not, get involved, because that can really be the highlight of your experience. Like my experience here hasn't been the best, outside of not even talking about the friends part, but just so many things I've dealt with in regards to academics, aid, staff members, and so on. And so my experience here hasn't been the best, and on top of that, I'm doing all this shit alone, like with no social interaction pretty much. And so it's like, if I wasn't to put myself out there and try to make the best out of my campus experience, I'd be in here depressed. And who wants to do that? Who wants to willingly put themselves in a situation where they're gonna be depressed? No, I'm gonna put my best foot forward and I'm gonna do what I got to do so that I can be happy, so that I can succeed. A lot of people, our cafeteria is small, yeah. Social anxiety be peaking, yeah. And it's like on all days of the week, the caf gonna fill up at certain times anyway. And I be in there right when it open and I get my stuff and I leave. But on Fried Chicken Wednesday, everybody's gonna come out. Everybody, because first of all, that fried chicken be busting. Some days it don't hit like the rest, but in general it be busting. It be fried chicken, it be baked mac and cheese, it be collard greens, it be cornbread or rolls, and it be candy yams. But yeah, I need to hurry up, y'all, because I'm taking my time, and no, I'm not trying to repeat it yesterday. But even still, I'm not gonna be able to repeat it yesterday because this is online. And that class yesterday was my only in-person class, and like I said, I'm not even in that class anymore. And then last week, I was slipping. I went to Fried Chicken Wednesday, and I went at the very end because I was like, you know what? I couldn't go at the very beginning. Maybe if I go at the very end, it's gonna be less people. Bad idea. With it being Fried Chicken Wednesday, everybody's gonna come out during peak hours and they're gonna hang out, okay? On top of that, it was an event going on right in front of the cafe. So everyone is hanging out, everyone is looking good. I'm coming out there sick right at the end of lunchtime in the last few minutes. And I'm grabbing my food. People are still gonna be there. I don't get why I had that ideology. Maybe that would have applied. That would have applied on any other day of the week, but Fried Chicken Wednesday, and we had an event right there in front. Nah, everybody was still out there. Well, not even everybody, but people were still out there. A lot of people. I've never seen that many people in one crowd on campus yet, because I really be ducked off and I don't be a part of the mix. But everybody was out. And I looked crazy. I'm not saying I look crazy with no makeup. I'm just saying I look crazy because first of all, I'm sick. I didn't have my lashes on. I had on some big glasses, my mask, because I be wearing my mask, especially since I've been sick. I'm not playing that. I'm not spraying nothing to nobody. Nobody can spray nothing to me. And that's the only time I come out my room, is to go to the cafe and dip. So yeah. Going to the cafe today, I'm gonna look good. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I really don't know what I'm gonna wear because the body isn't bodying right now. I lost my booty, y'all. I lost 8 pounds moving on campus last month, but I still stopped by there. They actually had like 3 boxes full of nails for like $2.99. And I was like, look at God. So I got these. These were the best ones I could find that I would have wanted to rock right now. I normally like the ones, the fresh tip nails where like the pink transparent color is right there. But these will do. And I'm gonna put those on after I finish my makeup. I do need to hurry up though, it's 8:33, so y'all just gonna see. So right here I was in my online class. It's about 5 minutes long, the clips that I included, and I'm pretty sure that y'all might like it if y'all listen to it. If you don't want to listen to it, skip through, but it's very enjoyable. I love this class, so stay tuned.
Some people who say I'm not working for McDonald's for an hour. I can't live off of that. But if I go out here and sell this, I'm good. And so people make these decisions because they may feel like they lack other options. So instead of them going through what we would call the normal process, they figure out a shortcut. Because everybody, if you look at TV, you watch Netflix, you watch any of these TV shows or anything on social media, they're always selling you the American dream. So everybody here has some type of dream life. So I want you to put in the chat your dream life. You know, what would be your dream life? So
for my dream life, I put a family and a career because I want a family and a career. That's my ideal dream life that I have for myself. I didn't go into specifics because I'm not the type to put out my specific goals out into the universe, because that gives people the opportunity to prey on your downfalls and say what you can or can't be, and like literally prey on you in a sense. And I don't want to give people that much power over me, so I'd rather do it, get it done, and you see the aftermath. You see the product of me chasing my dreams. So that's why I kept it pretty bland. I could have been specific, but I chose not to.
What is your best life look like?
Look at this next clip. I literally disappeared in thin air. I did not do that edit on purpose, but that shit is cool as fuck.
When we searched his house, he had duffel bags full of twins. This duffel bags. Y'all know how big a duffel bag is. That was his stripper money. That was he didn't carry 20s, because to him 20s was nothing. That was no money. That was like breadcrumbs. So his duffel bag, so whenever he got change or whatever, he had 20s, he would put the 20s in duffel bags. And that was his stripper money. Well, most of us can't afford to have 20s in duffel bags. You give me a duffel bag full of 20s, I'm taking it to the bank and I'm gonna put it in a bank account. But that was his stripper money. But at the end of the day, even though he had at that time a lot of wealth, he had a house in Charlotte, he had a house in Raleigh, and he didn't have little houses, he had nice houses. His way of obtaining that status, that wealth, was selling drugs. But in one day, he lost everything. So people, you know, it's not just obtaining the wealth, how do you keep the wealth? How do you get access to the wealth? How do you get to a point in your life where you're gonna have access to it? And so what people look at when we look at the social structure is, are there roadblocks for certain groups of people? So is it easier for some people to obtain wealth than others? That's a question.
Yes, because some people inherit it.
Is what we use to lift ourselves out of poverty. Doesn't always have to be a 4-year education. It could be trade. It could be something, a skill.
Yo, when I put my mole right here by my lip, I be looking Spanish as fuck. I play too much. No, for real. Tell me I learn Spanish. It's okay. Because even if I don't, it's not like I'm trying to look it. I just like it. So these 3 moles is real, but this one, fake. I didn't color this one out because it's covered. But I put one right here. And those are my moves. Too much for you. I'm a badass. I'm gonna only pick up if it's a check on the phone. If it ain't till a broke nigga. Back to class, y'all. I'll let y'all later.
Did you have a grocery store? Recognize it, but you really are surrounded by homes that can cost up whatever $1 million.
I'm doing my.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day. Y'all see what I'm saying? My voice be going in and out. But class is over with. Next one's at 10. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get dressed and go ahead to this meeting I need to have. And y'all look at the nails. Better than these nubs I got on. So, alright, y'all. So this is the fit, face, all that. I look really. I might have did my makeup a little too dark, but this is the fit. The bag, I could have changed the bag, but it still goes for the most part. So this is what we're working with. Nice crop top. It got the strings that tie that press-ons on, face beads. Let's turn this. See if that'll help. You see the hips, yeah. Toes, sandals, yeah. I probably could put on some different sandals with it, but it still goes, right? For the most part, it still goes. I hope it's not throwing it off. Feel to it, and I'm gonna just carry this tote. This has necessary stuff, and yeah. So I'm gonna go to that meeting. I'm supposed to be in class right now, but I'm not doing it. I'm gonna just go take care of this meeting because this is important, and it's okay. I mean, I could log in, but I don't know. I don't know.
About you, you ride, you all your love is amazing to me in ways I see. I wanna be with you again, and every time you're out on the road, and whenever I'm doing a show, that I'm your main. Who got the game?
Yeah, I'm recording myself. Oh, shoot.
I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you done show me in a special way. I feel you when you're
I'm glad I just remembered that I parked right there because I showed you walk the other direction. No.
You look like a teacher.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just well, put together.
Thank you.
I swear you wouldn't. I didn't look down. You look pretty. Yeah.
Can I get brush? Thank you.
Mac and cheese in a roll. Can I get
What is that?
no? Can I get hot sauce extra, please?
Just macaroni. Just macaroni. Oh, no, thank you. Can I get hot sauce? Thank you. Have a good one. Can I get everything? Everything? Yeah. Yeah. I switch these noodles every week. Can I get some candy on? Yes, please. Thank you. Alright, y'all, so I'm back in the room. I'm finna show y'all the food, but I left the room a mess. This morning I was leaving with urgency. I had somewhere to be. This is to take care of. Y'all see how bad I'm sweating? Yeah. I did change jackets, because I was feeling a little weird in my crop jacket, even though it was cute. And I know I look cute, but I was feeling weird. So I changed it to this one, because I feel more comfortable in this one. But it's of course hot in here. Well, I've been gone since 10:30. I've been gone for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I was in my meeting for about an hour and a half, and I went to the caf. And of course it's Friday for Wednesday, so and y'all know I normally get there early. This is my first time going like it's my first time being in the cafeteria. Y'all see my face. This is how I sweat every day. Coming up all them stairs, walking all the way across campus. And it's not even like I walk across campus like typical college student or the people here who have no cars, but it's still a far walk, especially since where I stay and the parking situation and all that. But sweat. But yeah, what was I trying to say? This is my first time going to the caf during like a mid-breakfast, lunch, or dinner shift. So it was packed, and of course it's Fried Chicken Wednesday, so that played a part. So our cafeteria is small, like I said. So being that it's small, once it fills up, they make us line up like where the entrance is, but it's from the inside, so it's not like we're standing outside. But where the entrance is on the inside, we have to stand outside them doors, and they let us in little by little because the cafe be full. And I don't even think it has anything to do with COVID. It's just a matter of it being full. So they wait till it's like the lines get shorter, the lunch lines get shorter and stuff. People start leaving. Yeah, it's like a whole domino effect kind of, but it moves at its own pace. And so I had to stand in line for a while. Got my food. That really didn't take me no time. But yeah, I had to stand in line to get inside of the cafe, and then I had to stand in line to get my food. But it wasn't bad. So right now, well, I know it's 12:41. It's 12:43 now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm cleaning up my mess actually from this morning. I have dirty clothes. I'm putting in my hamper. So the agenda is I'm gonna wash my hands, sit down, eat. 1 o'clock, log into my class. After that, change clothes, go to work by a certain time. I ain't gonna just get out my whole schedule because you never know who's watching you and really know your business like that. But go to work by a certain time. I get off in about 3 to 4 hours. And after that, I need to meet my dad. Meet my dad. Then I need to come back to the school, do 2 homework assignments. I really need to edit, but I might put that off until tomorrow. And I do have a homework assignment tomorrow too, but I need to edit and upload a video. And so yeah, my agenda is pretty full for the rest of the week as far as assignments and getting a YouTube video out for y'all. At this point, I'm probably behind like 3 or 4 videos. Yeah, because I filmed yesterday, I filmed today, but I mean these 2 could be combined if I wanted it to. But today I got a video from a week and a half ago. And then I have another moving vlog in relation to me moving out of my apartment. I don't know if I want to post that though, because that content, I don't know, I'll just keep it for my own files, documentary, whatever. I don't think y'all want to see any more moving vlogs in relation to that apartment, but I mean, who knows, somebody may want to. Somebody may need that motivation if they had to do the shit they stuff at the end, like how I had to. No shade, I'm talking about at the very end I had to empty out the U-Haul myself 2 times onto my storage. Stuff happens, it's okay. I did it, I made it through. It was a mental battle more than it was a physical battle, but I did it and I'm blessed. I'm gonna keep saying it, I'm blessed. God be working on me in more ways than one. A lot of blessings come in disguise. a lot of blessings come in the form of attacks, and maybe I'm saying wording this the wrong way, but a lot of blessings and situations can come to you in the form of something foreign, and it may seem like it's an attack on you, but really that's something that's built, that came to you in order to build you up and put you on track to where you want to be. So that's what it is. But y'all see me? It's a bead of sweat. There it go. Pure makeup dripping off my face. Like, no one should be this hot. No one should be this sweaty. And you know why my body heat is up this high? Because first of all, I had to walk in the cafeteria, social anxiety. Stand in line, social anxiety. So, but like I said, my nerves weren't that bad. They were like a 2 on a 10. So, stand in line, nerves a little peaked, 2 out of 10. But that's cool. Leave the cafe finally. Get my food. It's hot outside. I got on a jacket and this shirt, but I won't even that hot. But still, go to my car, drive, park, walk with my stuff from my car across campus to my apartment, walk up all the flights of stairs, walk all the way down to my apartment, into a hot apartment, and I had the AC off in my room in particular. So my AC unit that I just got 2 days ago. So I had that off in my room in particular from this morning. So all of that peaked my body heat level to rise even further and further and further. And this is the result. And I fixed this liner in the car and it's dripping again. This one is still on perfect. Y'all see that? Another bead just dripping. Y'all be thinking I'm playing, like, and then this is probably, outside of the fact that a part of this is because of how far my apartment is and parking and all that, how far I had to walk and my anxiety. In general, you're gonna sweat a lot on campus having to walk from several places and stuff. Even though I have a car and I commute my car back and forth to different places on campus I need to be. But in general, a lot of people don't, and they have to take those walks outside of the basic walk to their apartment, to their car, etc., like me. But you're gonna have to do a lot of walking. It's hot outside, it's cold outside, you're gonna do a lot of sweating. So just understand that, dress appropriately, wear deodorant, take good baths, you know. You can't be pretty and stinking, you can't be handsome and stinking. Like, even though I'm sweating right now, I don't stink, and I'm not gonna stink. You know why? Because I know how to wash my behind. So, college tip 101, especially, well, I was gonna say especially at HBCU, but really these PWIs too. They, or these community colleges, all these damn colleges, they have freaking places spaced out, especially the largest of the largest. If you go to A&T, if you go to NC State, them schools are huge and them buildings are miles apart. Like, it's impossible to walk. It'll take like 30 minutes to an hour. Like, you either need a car or you need to take the school bus. I forgot what it's called, the shuttle and stuff. Like, walking is a no-go. My school don't have a shuttle though. I didn't know that. But I mean, it's not like it really affects me anyway, but because I shuttle myself in my whip, period. Tina, that's my car's name. Tina get me everywhere I need to go, A to B, and I love my baby. Good old faithful. Ain't never did me wrong, period. Let me wash my hands, y'all, but I'm doing too much talking. All right, y'all, so this is my food. I'm gonna show y'all my food real quick. This is the food: fried chicken, collard greens, candy yams, baked mac and cheese. They used the penny noodles. Last week they used Velveeta mac and cheese. The first mac and cheese, they used the actual macaroni noodles, and that shit was blessed. Y'all, it's pouring out here. I did not know it was raining. Yeah, I'm already probably running a few minutes behind work, but I'm taking my time. I get there when I get there and it's raining. My car all the way over there. Stop, gang. Hey y'all, so right here I was on my way to work at the red lights working on them headlights, and then here I was on my way back to school. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Dosage out.